We are in an exceptional period of time due to COVID-19 virus pandemic. I'm sure you're experiencing people around you, and in my case, my patients stated that they have an increased state of anxiety and also stress level due to the uncertainty and also the news that develop every day. We all have to make changes in our life. As you can see in my previous Facebook posts, we are making arrangement in the clinic to reduce exposure and also to minimize staff contact when we can. Good morning, I'm Teoh, obstetrician, gynecologist and fertility specialist in Perth. I'm making this video to talk about a few strategies to cope with the uncertainty and boosting our immunity to fight the virus. First, I'm going to talk about a point regarding COVID-19 virus infection and pregnancy. Based on the limited information that we have, it is noted that pregnant women, if they unfortunately catch COVID-19 virus, the condition should not be worse than people who are not pregnant, i.e. 80% of the time it would be either minimal or moderate flu-like symptoms. Thankfully, most pregnant women are in the younger age group. However, that does not mean that we should take it lightly and loosen our preventative measures. We also have the responsibility to prevent the spread of the infection to, for example, elderly or people with pre-existing medical conditions where the symptoms can be much worse. Now, jump straight onto the point. I've made a few notes on the strategies to cope with the uncertainty and also to boost our immunity. Number one is eat well. Focusing on antioxidants and also superfood. If you ask me, I would recommend Mediterranean diet. I'm sure there are various recipes you can find digitally online or with with books and such. Just to mention, in this book that I've written for pregnancy and fertility, focusing on Mediterranean diet and good food that we should have. Point number two is to sleep well. I know there are people who say, look, the anxiety level is too high, I can't really sleep too well. I know it's always hard, it's always easier said than done to say I want to reduce my stress level. There are a few tips, I guess. I can see the news just keep coming. If you have a phone, if you're on the TV or even you hold your smartphone, there are news almost every few hours. So one thing we can do is dedicate a certain time as a me time. Of course, unless there's exceptional circumstances where there are urgent announcements need to be made at a certain time, of course, we all want to keep an eye on it. I'm going to give an example of what I was trying to illustrate. For instance, we can pick a time like 9 p.m. At that time, we turn off our phone or simply leave it outside the room or pass it to someone else. Turn off the news channel. Do something else instead, like reading a book, chatting with family, or watch other channels like Netflix, so we can mentally switch ourselves off from the constant bombarding of the news regarding the virus outbreak. In the morning, we can catch up with the news again, and when it's time to rest, we do the same thing, repeating the procedure. So in that way, perhaps we can have a better sleep at night and improve our immunity and decrease the stress level. Third point is exercise. There are various discussion on whether we should go to the gym, and of course gym is an enclosure, lots of people there. I can imagine there's always a risk of getting infection. However, as my previous mentioning that in Perth for us or in Australia, we are blessed with lots of nice natural environment, and also we have lots of space. On a warm day, put on your sunscreen, go out, get some sunshine. Has been shown that warm weather does help to prevent cold and certainly COVID-19 virus. So put on a sunscreen, go out in the park or in the housing area where it's not too crowded. Avoid crowded places, of course, and do some exercise, and that increase the a endorphin in the body, makes us feel less stressed, and also we all know exercise does boost our immunity and improve our health. Yep, sunlight can improve vitamin D production and such. The last point is about supplements, on whether we should take supplements. I don't think there's any harm in taking extra multivitamins, etc., etc., to improve our immunity. So, but if you have a very good diet, then you should get most of the vitamins that you need. But I'm not opposed to any supplements if you need to. Right, that's about it. So to summarize, eat well, sleep well, and good exercise is a good way to reduce the stress level and improve coping mechanism and boosting our immunity. Stay safe, everyone, and for my patients, I'll see you again soon. Bye.